Hello, second graders. We're going to start our day off with our learning target. What are we going to learn about in math today? I can represent a two-digit number in different ways. Ooh, let's read that again. I can represent a two-digit number in different ways. What does that word represent? What does it mean when we represent something? Absolutely. It means to show it, right? We don't show things necessarily in one way. We might show it in more than one way. And in fact, we're going to show it in different ways. That word represent means to show. What's another word up here that you say, I don't know that word. Or maybe I've heard it before, but I'm not sure what it means. Two-digit, right? So we have lots of numbers that have different number of digits in them. Our two-digit numbers are numbers that have two digits in them. Can we think of a number that looks like that? 82. Yeah, where'd you come up with that one? 42. All right, what about the twos? 86. Okay. 14. 25. Yes, those are all two-digit numbers. They're numbers that have two digits in them. Today we're going to be building with them, and we're going to have a chance to show them in 4 different ways. Pretty crazy, right? All right, let's get started. I want you and your partner, you have a stack of cubes in front of you in your little baggies. I want you to build your number for me, and I want you to see if you can tell me how many cubes you have. I'll give you a hint. You and your partner do not have the same number, so you'll have to be able to explain to your partner how many you have and how you know. I'll give you just a few minutes to do that. Remember, we're not making patterns with it. We're sticking them together and we're building those numbers. Go ahead and get started. Take some private think time first. Oh, I hear those cubes clicking together. When you and your partner have your cubes built, I want you to put a thumb in front of your tummy when you're ready to share. Okay, I would like you to take a minute, turn and face your partner. We're going to be knee to knee, eye to eye, and we can even have our cubes down in front of us since we're a little bit spaced apart today, so that you can use that representation or that showing of that number to explain your thinking. So go ahead and put those cubes that you have in front of you and be ready to share with your partner. Now I'll tell you guys, my green, because you know our school colors are green and yellow, my green, you're gonna go first today. And I want you to explain your thinking. And yellows, you're just gonna listen, turn those listening ears up. And you'll have a chance to share here in just a second. Don't forget, second grade, we are making sure that we're explaining how we know. Like, I know this number is blank because. I want to hear that explanation as you're sharing with your partners. There are about 30 seconds to explain your thinking to your partner. Awesome. Okay, now switch. I want you to think about one thing you both did that was similar when you were building your cubes. And I want you to talk with your partner about that. What was one thing you both did when you were building your cubes to find out how many you had? All right, what'd you do? You stuck them together. How did you stick them together? Like 2 together or 10? Why 10? You can count by tens. Okay. That's interesting. So, how many did you have? 40. How did you know? Because you had 4 sticks of 10. 10, 20, 30, 40. How many did your partner have? 35. 35. 10, 20, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah. So you had 4 tens. How many ones did you have? 0. Oh. What about your 35? I saw you writing that. 3 tens. How many ones? 5 ones. With that two-digit number, we have 2 digits, don't we? A tens place and a ones place. All right, now we're going to do it again, and this time I want you to switch it up because you don't know how many somebody else got. We're going to switch those baggies up, and I want you to show me how many cubes you have this time. This is going to be super quick. All right, turn and face your partners again, and this time I want my yellows to go first. Yellows, share with us how many cubes you have and how you know. How many do you have? Only 15? How'd you write the number 15? 1 and 5? Well, how do you know that it's only a one and then a 5? Because you had one stick of 10 and 5 ones. Ooh. What'd your partner have? 26? Ooh. How do you write the number 26? 2 10s, 6 ones. Where is that in your work? Oh, there it is. 2 10s and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I see those 6 ones hanging out there. Awesome. Well, now I'm going to give you a number, and I'm going to ask you to draw it in your journals. That means I want you to represent it with these 10s and 1s. Now, you can use your cubes, or you can use your base 10 blocks that you have in your toolkit. It's up to you. Take a few seconds, and I want you to show me the number 74. How would you show the number 74? Go ahead and do that for me. What would that look like if you just used numbers? Ooh. So one of our friends, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. You drew it a different way. Where did that 70 come? You had an addition problem. What? Oh. Did anybody else see it that way? You know, there's a fancy name for that. It's called expanded form. Can you all say expanded form? Very nice. Expanded means when it expands, it gets bigger, right? We stretch it out. Has your tummy ever gotten expanded after you ate a lot of food? Happens to me all the time. Expanded form, when we're using numbers, is similar. This is a short way, right? It's not expanded at all. 74. But this friend over here wrote 70 and 4 and added them together. Where do we see the 74 in this picture? Oh, I'm seeing lots of thumbs. Yes. Here's your 70. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. And where's your 4? Yes, there's your 4. 70 and 4. We're taking our 10s and we're adding our 1s to that. Let's look up at our chart. If we were going to write it in words, what would that look like? Where's the 70? It'll be up, it's over there with those 10s. 7 T, and then we write the 4. Absolutely. Ready for another number? Now, this time I want to challenge all of you to see if you can come up with all these ways. I bet you can do it. What do you think? All right, our next number is the number 58. Okay, I'm going to ask you guys to all work on it, and I'm going to have you pop it up here and share it with us in just a second. Five tens, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54. Good job. And you keep going to 58. What does that look like with numbers? Expand it, stretch it out. And on your notebook, if you haven't written it yet, I want you to write the word 50 and then 8. Use that chart if it needs to help you. There's your tens, 50. Very good, 58. Now, I'm going to give you 2 more this time, and I want you to go back to your, so let's see. Let's go back to our seats and see if we can show all the ways, and then we're going to move around the room a little bit and get active. So we're going to go to our seats, and we're going to write this down, and then we will come back when we have 4 ways for each of our problems. And I'm giving you 1 way, so I make it a little bit easier for you. Let's do a little green there. Our next number is 40. And then what's the other one we should do? Like I didn't already have a plan, right? The next one is 16. Take some think time and be working on that. Busybodies, you're on it. Okay, you ready to share? 10, 20, 30, 40. How many ones? What? Why not? Oh, because there's no ones in there? So how do we write this? Oh, and then we just write 40. Maybe we just write it without the +0. We don't draw any ones if there's a 0 in the ones place. You're right. What about this 16? Does this make a lot of 10s? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So how do you write that expanded form? Stretch it out. 10 and 6. So then what does that word look like? 16. It's just one word. 16. Very good. Ooh, man, you guys are on top of it. This is something we're going to be using a lot of, especially as we get into some bigger numbers. I've got a whole slew of group of numbers for you to break them up and show them and represent them, right? That word represent. Show them in multiple ways. Show them in more than one way. Base 10, stretch it out to expand, and then write those words. And remember, those words are right up there in our room all the time. Let's use it as a tool, okay? Remember, we want to be always thinking about how many 10s and how many 1s we have. Go on back to your seats and work on that independent practice.